So today I have 40 sovereigns here and they are all QE2. They are all different dates and it is the full run of the bullion sovereigns that you are able to get and that were minted in any kind of quantity. So there is a little caveat with that. In 1975 there was one single sovereign minted for the closure of the Tower Mint. But like I say, you can't realistically get that in a normal bullion stack. So this is the 2022 with the Platinum Jubilee year, and it also happened to be Queen Elizabeth II's final year of being on the coins, at least the sovereign. So that is the last one. We have some other special years which I'll run you through. 2017 was a slightly special year for the sovereign because it was 200 years since the first ever gold sovereign in the modern form was made. So 1817 is the sort of first one there. And we have a little privy mark. So just on the left of the date, there is a tiny little mark which is there to symbolise it. So I don't have any of the 1817 sovereigns, but I do have one of the 1820s, which is the same kind of a thing, just obviously the date is different. Mine is mounted, but let me just give you a little show of that now with a ding in it. This makes it easy to hold actually. So yeah, this was 1820. Obviously 1817 was the first one. So the 2017 proof had a different design, so did the 2016, and some of the other years like 2012, which was a special year again, had a better design than, well, a different design, sorry, but it had a better version in proof than bullion. You know, the proof coins really do show off those designs, so those special years, they are, you know, the ones to look at. So I don't have the proof versions here today to show you, but again, the 2005, that is another design that was the same in the bullion and the proof. The 1989 was a special year in that it was only made in the proof form, and it did have a special design, but there wasn't a bullion version of that. So as I say, I've only got the bullion versions to show you today, so that one isn't here. But you might have seen my 4-coin set, nearly said 5-coin set there, but 4-coin proof set on the channel before. And there we go with the 2002, a shield design. A little bit like what you've seen on the Young Victorias back in the day. So those are the main different designs. Obviously we have the standard Georgian dragon design on most coins, and you can see that here. So the Gillick, still a nice little goldy colour, and this is the final year for the Gillick sovereigns. So the Gillick sovereigns are named because of the engraver of this portrait, Mary Gillick. So this is the last of 10 coins that you could get under the Gillick portrait. After that we went to the Machin portrait, which is again after the engraver, so Arnold Machin, and that is the design there. So some people also call that the pre-decimal, I believe. I think it's pre-decimal. And yeah, then obviously we went to the Millennium, which is the next one. So there was a big gap between 1982 and the Millennium, year 2000. There was proof coins available, but not bullion coins. So this is the 4th portrait. And yeah, there was a portrait that is not on here in the bullion, because it was, like I say, in the proof coins, which I quite like actually. So take a look out for that one. Then we have the next portrait here, and that is, yeah, a good run through of all the available dates and what you could expect to pick up. And then obviously this is the final portrait. So if you are collecting the proof coins, there are some other designs that you might look out for. Here in the bullion, that is all of those. So like I say, it's a 40 coin run if you're doing the bullion versions. Quite easy to achieve. None of them are especially rare or, you know, super high premium. You might pay a little bit more for a 1957 or 1959 coin. You maybe will find it a bit difficult to find a 1982. For some reason it just took me a while to find them, and it's one that I've sometimes seen with a little bit of premium, not sure why. Obviously the special years, 2012, 2002, 2005, you probably would pay a little bit more, maybe 2017, and then the Platinum Jubilee. In the proof coin, this did, quite well. In the short term, it did very well. But, with the market at the moment, it might have just steadied off a bit, might be a bit easier to pick those up. And, I'd expect to pay a little bit of premium, but, if you're talking bullion coins, maybe £5 or £10 more. I wouldn't be paying, £30, £40 more than a standard bullion sovereign. So, as I say, the date run's a bit of fun if you want to spice up the collecting a little bit. If you're just buying best value coins, then you're not too worried about the dates. That's fair enough. Just try and pick good quality sovereigns. Probably favourites of all of these would be the Gillick sovereigns. So they're the earlier ones with the Mary Gillick portrait, like so. They do just seem a little bit more golden coloured compared to the more modern ones. I'm not sure if Royal Mint do that on purpose, but as you can see here, one looks obviously a lot more gold than the other. So yeah, whether Royal Mint do it on purpose so as to be able to charge more of a premium for perhaps their Britannias and things like that, or whether they just make these, I don't know if they're lower cost. I can't really see the cost being much different in terms of making them, or maybe they just want to stand out. I'm really not sure, but in my opinion, you've got the beautiful old gold sovereigns that were sort of from 1817 to 1932, and then they started to change a little bit over the years. But since the millennium, I do feel like they've definitely lowered in terms of appeal, at least to me. So the colour, is one thing. It doesn't matter on the gold content. You're only buying the gold content really on bullion coins. So, you're not any sort of better or worse off if you get one of those compared to one of these. If you're buying best value, I'd always be happier to get a nice older Gillick. Thing to remember about the Gillicks is they obviously weren't circulated, neither were the Machins, and obviously no one's using these in their everyday currency. So it's quite easy to find them in good condition. It's rare that they're dinged up and scraped and scratched, but something to consider. And obviously the older ones, they're not making any more of them, but they're not super rare. There's quite a lot around, and it's not like the older ones from in the 1800s where these were still being circulated, people were using them, and so nicer examples are harder to come by. There's a lot less of them in the first place, and in some years, they've been over time pulled out of circulation, remelted because of being worn and damaged, etc. And then now, collectors obviously bidding up the prices on the more collectible examples. So that is a run through of the 40 sovereigns you can get with QE2. Let me know what you think. Talk in the comments.